Hello and welcome to our base, Mars Colony 1. I am the Right Honourable Gentleman, and in the last episode, we improved access to the colony by building 2 new airlocks. Mainly because, in order to build new structures further down here, our colonists were having to leave the base through this way here, and it was taking some time for them to complete the tasks. So let us see what our trading ship has brought us. Any minute now. Okay. So we have the super extractor patent. We could actually look at that one. I think we've got enough money for that. We've got a driller bot, a constructor bot, carrier bots, 132 coins, and 3 semiconductors. I want that super extractor patent, so let's see what we can offer. I think 2 guns. We can always build new guns. And 40 coins. It's got to be an easy. Here we go. Shift and click. And wow. Okay. 280. Okay. So let's see what else we can get rid of. Oh god, we don't want that much. 10 of them, and I think 10 of them should be just about enough. Certainly if we take some coins back. There we go. So while that waits for the resources to be sent to it, we need to build some new firearms for our security. Now, that will take place because we do have a couple of semiconductors. And if we look over here, we have no semiconductors by the looks of it. Okay, so we do need some more. But we have a factory in place that can make that. And our robotics family, our robotics building can look at that. In fact, this will look at it as well. We just need some more bioplastic, which is becoming a bit of an issue, to be quite honest. And that is because we do need somebody there, and they seem to never be there. But I think once that's built, and it does look like that's being worked on now actually, so that's good. Now, in the last episode, we did discuss creating another processing plant to deal with the demand. And I think the best way to deal with that is to build a new lab, decommission this one, and then decommission this here, and then put another processing plant in place. So that's what we're going to do. So we build the lab, and in fact what we can do is actually make this a little bit bigger. I think that's probably going to be better in the long run. We can't make it any bigger than that, but we can make a big enough one. We can put it there. And mainly that is because we are going to need more meat anyway, so we might as well, while we've got the chance, make that bigger. And I think what I will also do with the processing plant is, the new processing plant, is make that bigger as well. One of the things that we do seem to struggle a lot with is bioplastic. So it's my intention to make a larger structure for the processing plant and use this plant as the metal plant and the new one as the bioplastic plant. Now, our trading ship is still working its magic, and let us see. Our base management, manufacturing limits is fine. Text. So we will eventually have a super extractor. because these medium ones are fine. But I feel as though a super one would be really good and will give us more than enough water to last. Now, is that nearly in place? We've just got a couple more vegetables to be sent to the ship. And our storage capacity is at 93. That one's at 20. So we've got plenty of storage space as well. This bioplastic seems to be done. And we're just waiting for the lab to be constructed. We have a sandstorm imminent, so let us put on the security control, yellow alert. So what this means is that all of our colonists outside will go inside, including the bots, I believe. And that really is there to stop them from being damaged or injured whilst they're out in the sandstorm. Now, what is Fiona wanting? She wants some sleep. She's a little bit idle, but she wants some sleep. What's our beds like? Oh, wow. Okay, okay, we could probably do with some more beds in the dorm as well. So it looks like the bar has been pretty much completed. That should increase morale. I think another bed is going to be necessary in here, actually. Let's look at that now, actually. Another bunk. I'll leave it for one at the moment. So, whilst all this is going on, we have people working on our bioplastic processor. And hopefully, I mean, I wish I would just go and work on it, to be honest. Whoever's leaving this one behind is doing a pretty terrible job. Come on, it's only... There we go. Okay. So there's a lot of work going on with vegetables. Again, this is why we need more carrier bots. So that the bots will go out and do what they need to. We don't have a huge amount of them, unfortunately. I can't explain why that is. I think that's something we need to work on. Maybe with some semiconductors. I think it might just be the bioplastic issue. Again, once our bioplastic processing has been completed, we can focus on that. Yeah. Okay. So that is now ready. And face off. No alert. There we go. So now we can make this lab a priority, hopefully. And we'll see if that actually happens. Okay, let's link them together. We've got enough, I think. That might be a reason why. Normally I do use I do link it up before it's built, so that could be one reason. These are taking vegetables to the drinks machines. Okay. Might be like hops or something like that, I'm guessing. But we do have a super extractor patent now. It means we can build larger water extractors. So our next one, external one. Let's have a look. Water extractor. Yeah, it lets us build a really big one. I think. Yeah, compared to that, yeah. But we don't need that yet. I think in terms of water, we are fine. Water grid consumes 7.75, yeah. So we've got enough water as it is. And we've got these coming out now. Our metal has been done. I think the link will be created first. And we're just waiting for the last 2 pieces of the bioplastic to be sent out. We have 4, so we have quite a bit. Then we have to build these. And what I intend to do is create 1 workbench and 3 tissue synthesizers within that lab. I think that's all I can build anyway, yeah. So I'll create 3 of them. And that will allow for more meat to be produced. And we seem to have quite a lot of meals as well, so we're doing pretty good at the moment. Our drinks machine is creating drinks. I just hope that it's just not going to be a constant stream of vegetables going to make drinks. And our colonists are going to get pretty drunk and then mess up everything. I may not have thought this through, but we'll see. So here he comes, Mr. Arena Man, our medic. Multitasking, being a medic and also being a worker, carrying out the bioplastic to the lab. Meanwhile, some of our workers here are doing very little. But for any of you who've watched the previous episodes, you'll know that that's not anything new, really. We have quite a lot of lazy colonists who think that they're just here on a free ride to Mars. And coming up next, I think we need to be aware that that's going to be nearly done soon. Once this one's sent that out, so the only thing remaining that can then be built. Once that is built, I can then decommission this one. And we can then look to build a bigger bioplastic processor. And I think what I will do is start with 2. But build... It gives us enough space to add more should we need to. It's at 97%. Our oxygen rate is at 22%, which is good. So this is nearly built. And there we go. The lab is built. We're just waiting for the connection. And there we go. Now we can look at a workbench. Whilst that's waiting, let's see what has arrived on the trading ship. Some ore, some starch, and some coins. We have more than enough of pretty much everything. So let's leave that. Let's dismiss him. We don't need any more from them. What we do need is a tissue synthesizer. And another tissue synthesizer. And another tissue synthesizer. So we'll create 3 of them. And then we can look to decommission this one. We should really as well put a connection in. But I'll leave that for the time being. As soon as the workbench has been completed, I will then decommission the workbench there. So we'll kind of do it progressively. So we'll have to keep a bit of an eye on that. And our first piece of bioplastic is arriving for a tissue synthesizer. So that has now been created. And we'll set that to chicken. And what we'll have a look at is our chicken over here, which is at 90%. I don't want to get rid of that just yet, because... Where are you going? Going to get a meal. Okay. Mainly because it's nearly ready. Once this is done, then I will do it. Or once it's been created, I will do it, sorry. So that's been disabled. And how is the workbench doing? 72%. So that's also been created. And what I can now do is recycle that. Take a look at that one. That one's nearly done. That's going to the workbench. So once this one has been created, I will then disable this structure. If it's mostly done, I don't want to remove, disable it and then destroy all the progress that has been made. So there we go. I can now wait for that to be removed. Power storage is looking low, but our wind's looking fine. So we have a new, oh, they've all been created too, so let's set that one to that, and that one to meat, or pork even. We'll wait for this tissue synthesizer here to be finished, and we can recycle that one. And we might as well, because it's 40% completed, so it makes sense to just let it continue for the time being. And once that has done, it can then be picked up. I kind of don't want to leave it at the moment. It's still 70%, so there's a little bit of time still. I mean, the sick bay is small. That could possibly look... Well, we're okay for time being for 8. Tissue synthesizer here is nearing completion. Okay, so we're nearly at 90%. Okay, so let's disable that. Let's wait for that tissue to be collected, and then we can disable this whole thing and look to build our new processing plant. Meanwhile, our scientists are biologists, medics, and yeah, biologists are working hard in their new lab. It's like a shiny new lab rather than the dingy old one that they've got here. That has been completed. Let's get rid of that. That's been taken, and then we can look at recycling this first. So the whole thing has now been recycled. And what we will do is build our new processing plant. And unfortunately, I can't build anything just yet because it's actually on top of other things, which is slightly irritating. I hope I can build here, actually. It would be slightly annoying if I couldn't. I think it might be because it's just a little bit too close to that. I'm sure I can put something just there. I'm sure it'll be fine. I can't see any reason why not. There's plenty of space. Come on, take all of this for us. Let's see if we can build there now. And thankfully we can, but only, let's put it there, and let's connect it to there, and connect it to there. I'm putting it a bit further down because I may want to increase the size of this plant as well at some point. And in fact, it might be something I do look at doing as well. So the last thing I want to do is kind of tie myself in by having to move this again a bit later on. So whilst that's being worked on, let us see how everywhere else is doing. The food situation is looking good. We have 13 meals and quite a bit of meat. That should become a lot faster now as well. And our vegetables is looking a little bit less than what we did have. However, that may also be just because of the drinks, because our guys here love to drink. But we'll only keep it at 3 for each one, and we're not going to put any more drinks machines in. We don't need any more, really. Bioplastic's looking good as well. Oh my god, that was close. That was really close. What happened to our laser? It's supposed to be protecting us, but isn't. It is a 60% chance, though. So it just got through. Let's have a look at what's come through on the trading. Okay. That's quite a lot. We can't afford that, unfortunately. And we're going to have to leave that, unfortunately. We're just waiting for these two to turn up. And all of our resources are there. Now we can build the plant. And our workbench is also being used to create some more med packs. I'm not sure who is building the plant. I'm sure somebody is. I don't think we have we don't have... It may well be Rosina. I don't think we have any constructor bots anymore. No, I think they're... I can't tell, unfortunately. So, Rosina is... I don't know what Rosina's doing, to be honest. Rosina could be doing anything, for all we know. I think it's more likely going to be Jet. Jet's going to come out and build this. Yeah. Jet's coming out to build the plant. And then... Okay. And then... we can put our new processing plants in for the bioplastic. And then we can look to improve on that. That would hopefully mean then that more starch is converted to bioplastic for us. We may need some more workers as well. Okay. And that has been built. Let's put our bioplastic processes in. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what the difference between the sizes are. Because that is a medium. Oh, that's a medium too. Okay, so we'll keep two mediums, that's fine. So we don't need to remove that. The only thing we'll need to remove is the bioplastic processes once they are created. But otherwise, we can keep the metal processes in and probably look to put a couple more in as well. Let's have a look at how a mine's doing. And we have one there and one there. I think the rest of our bots are carrier bots actually. But that's fine. So we now have two bioplastic processes. I'm going to keep these going for the time being. After this one, I'll disable this. So I'm hoping that somebody will pick this. I wonder if I just recycle it. I don't know if I want to. That's the thing. I don't know if I want to risk it. We need to just keep an eye on this one as well. that has been done as well. So I'm hoping that somebody will come pick this starch up. If not, I wonder... yeah, that's fine. We can do that. And I think we can do that. Yeah. Good. So our bioplastic has now moved over to its dedicated room, and metal will take place over here, which is pretty good because that will separate everything then. So in this episode, we have moved this and created a new lab, a new brand shiny new lab for our biologists to create tissue and med packs. In its place, the old lab has been destroyed or recycled, and a new processing plant has been created so that we can put more bioplastic processes in place. In the next episode, we'll look to put some more metal processes in, some more bioplastic processes in, and improve the facilities of the colony. I've been the Right Honourable Gent, and thank you for watching this episode. If you like the episode and you like the series, then please feel free to subscribe. Post a comment if you think I've missed anything or you've got any suggestions. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Join us again for another episode of Planetbase Mars Colony 1.